Um, this lesson is about finding volume of rectangular prisms. What is the definition of volume? Volume is the amount of space that a 3D shape occupies. So consider any 3D shape. The amount of space that it takes up, it's called its volume. But how do we measure volume? And think of a cube where each side of that is just 1 centimeter. Okay, we call this 1 cubic centimeter. Whatever volume this is taking is 1 cubic centimeter. And then how many of these you can fit inside another 3D shape tells you how many cubic centimeters is its volume. For example, if you look at this rectangular prism, how many of this you can see fitting here? Okay, how many of them is fitting, how many of this is fitting inside that? You can just count them and you will see that if you given the answer as 18, your answer is right. There are 18 of them, of this fitting inside this larger rectangular prism. So the volume of that is 18 cubic centimeters. But how can we do that without actually counting? We are not going in real life to put small cubes inside that and see how many of them fitting. So we can do that by calculations. If, as you can see, the width of that, this is the width is 2 centimeters because you fit 2 cubes here and each side of a cube is 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. So the width is 2 centimeter. That is the depth. And as you can see, 3 has been fit here. 1, 2, 3. And again, each one of them is 1 centimeter. Altogether, 3 centimeters. You have a depth of 3 centimeters and you have a width of 2 centimeters. And then you got the height. Again, the height also is 3 because you're fitting 1, 2, 3, 3 centimeters. If you look, for example, at the top, this is 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. So how many rows you have? 3 rows you have. That's the top row, that's the middle row, that's the bottom row. Why 3 rows? Because I have 3 centimeters. So if my height is 3 centimeters, I can have 3 rows. If it was 4 centimeters, I would have got 4 rows. Okay. But how many are in 1 row? In 1 row, you got 6. You got 2 and you got 3. So 2 lots of 3. So in other words, you times the widths by your depths. That was 2, that was 3, will give you 6. That tells you how many in a row, and then how many rows you have? 3. You got to times that by the number of rows. But the number of rows is the same as height. So this leads us to the rule that if you want to find how many of them are fitting inside, just times the widths by depth, that gives you how many in 1 row, times it by height, that gives you the total. So the formula for volume of a rectangular prism is width times depth times height. Let's look at some examples. Here I've got this rectangular prism and its width is 4, its height is 3, and its depth is 3 also. So I can times 4 by 3, because that's 3, that also will be 3. 4 times 3, that gives me 12, means in each row I'm going to fit 12. And because the height is 3, then I'm going to have 3 rows. So 12 times 3 is 36. So 36 cubic centimeters, or just simply times all these numbers together, all the numbers together. So width times by depth times by height. 36 and 36 cubic centimeter. Example 2, here I have a cube, and in a cube all sides are the same. So they have given me one side only, and that's enough for me because all sides are the same. So if this is 6, the width is 6, then the depth also is 6, and the height also is 6. And all I need to do is times all three together. 6 times 6 times 6, or 6 cubed, which gives me 216 cubic centimeter. And cubic centimeter also can be written like that. Centimeter then to the power of 3. Example 3. Find the volume of the shape below. They want us to find the volume of this. Again, not a big dilemma. You have here 4 for your width, 1.5 for your depth, and 3 for your height. Time all of them together, 3 times 4 times 1.5, and you put that in your calculator, you get 18. 18, this time around, however, they are not in centimeters, they are in meters. All are meters, so the answer will be in cubic meter. Cubic meter. So if all of them are in meters, your answer will be in cubic meter. And the last example is this. This is a bit more challenging. They are asking us to find the volume of that. This is exactly the same as that. If you look, 3 height, 4 width, and 1.5 depth. The only difference here, they have cut off a rectangular prism from this corner. So we've lost this volume. So we need to find this volume and take it away from the answer in the previous one, because the previous one is exactly this. The only difference is that part has been cut off. All right. The other point here is these are all in meters, but these are in centimeters. So the rectangular prism which has been cut off has a width of 30, a depth of 20, and a height of 20, all in centimeters. So because the other ones are in meters, you got to change it to meters. So you know how to change to meters, you divide by 100. So 20 centimeters divided by 100 is 0.2 meters, and 30 centimeters divided by 100 is 0.3. Okay, now times all, now they are all in meters, times all of them together, 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.3. And that gives you the volume of the rectangular prism which has been cut off. And because now we have in meters, the answer will be in cubic meters. So we have 0.2, 0.3, and another 0.2. All together, times together. And you get that. Now you need to take it away from the answer in question 18. Question 3, which was 18. So 18, take away that, gives you 17.088 cubic meter. That is my answer. Thank you for your attention. See you next time.